Hello and good afternoon. My name is Martin Malang, and I want to thank you for this opportunity of for you guys to interview me in becoming a strength and conditioning coach. Little background on me: born and raised in American Samoa, graduated class of 2011, and attended New Mexico Military Institute for about a year and a half. And I'm currently now a student here at Eastern New Mexico with a major in health and physical education. So, um, for the job description, I kind of narrowed it down to three bullets. So, the first bullet is I'm required to have a combination of education, certification, and experience. For education, as I researched, the highest degree you can get in order to become a strength and conditioning coach is a bachelor degree in kinesiology or any sort of HPE. And for certification, there's all sorts of certification out there. You can go online and kind of certify yourself to become a personal trainer, uh, athletic trainer, and even a strength and conditioning coach. But um, a certain certification that many coaches look for in the collegiate level, high school level, and even in the NFL level is one from CSCS.com, which stands for Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist. Um, I think that one's they say it's a well respected one by many coaches, and a lot of coaches look for it because they not only train you mentally, but they also train you physically and stuff. So I guess that's why it's kind of well respected, and if you have that kind of certification, that will look great on your resume, and it's a good one to have in your background while trying to go for a strength and conditioning coach. And another one is experience. I can honestly say, as long as I've been here in Eastern New Mexico, I've trained a total of five clients. My youngest ranging from 18-year-old to my oldest is 61-year-old. Although I'm dealing with athletes, athletes, and it's always good to have that background where you can work with different kind of ages. Because the youngest one, which is 18, and I've dealt with the oldest one I ever played with was like 28 years old, and so it's always good to know the different kind of perspective coming from different ages, and so that's another good experience. Another experience is I've interned with the strength and conditioning coach here in Eastern New Mexico in the summer, which is off season and on season for football. Not only for football, but I've seen them do programs for the basketball, the volleyball, the softball, the baseball, and so on, and different other sports, track and field. So I, which kind of leads me to my next bullet is must provide different programs for different sports on and off season. So I kind of have that knowledge. I kind of have that yeah, pretty much that knowledge of what kind of exercise goes into off season and what kind of training into it, and so as well as on season. So kind of like off season, you want to like really push yourself, um, get bigger, stronger, powerful, explosiveness as best as high as you can go. And then when it comes on season, the best you want to do is maintain it and kind of stay at that peak. And another experience, well, I'll continue that later on. Then another, my next bullet is must be a good motivator, and that doesn't really say much to many. But as for me, I've been in a player's shoes, so not every day I want to go and practice. Not every day I want to put in that work or that grind. It's not every day. So, as a job for a strength and conditioning coach, I want to motivate my players. I want to motivate to push it that extra rep, that extra mile, and so that's why I believe being a good motivator for a strength and conditioning coach is one of key importance for as a job description. So the location that I chosen was Leona High School in American Samoa, and the reason why it's kind of like it's my hometown, so it's my village, so I kind of know the people, I know the culture, um, I know the spirit, and I kind of listed down different kind of bullets. I listed down 5 bullets, and one of them is the motto for Leona High School, which is "Unity is our strength." And I believe that I have advantage over my opponents because I lived with that motto. I've been there when when I kind of like I kind of lived it, the unity. I really believe in that motto. I've been through it. I worked with different players, and it really is true that unity is our strength, and that's one of my favorite motto that I live by, day by day, my daily basis and stuff. And next, a bullet was I'm an alumni, which kind of really helps. I know the people who's there. I know the village. I could always I know how to talk to um, to my own people and kind of understand them and know where they're coming from. Cause I've been there. I know the struggle they go through, the the hot days, the the running. So I've been there before. And next one, the school spirit. And I gotta say, Leona High School has, to me, was like the school. Every game we'll have a pep rally. Not only for football but for all the other sports we'll have a pep rally, and it's always there, school spirit. And you can also see it when you lose. This is a bad example, but I've been there when we lost. Let's just say we were sore losers, and I was there in the bus when we won. Sorry, when we won, and the other team is just kind of like, or yeah, kind of other teams just throwing bus at us and village fights and stuff. It's kind of a bad example, but I kind of see it as just being so passionate about it and having so much school spirit. That's a horrible example, but it kind of, I don't know, it kind of relates to what I'm trying to talk about. And then lastly is school rivals. And in American Samoa, on the islands, there's just like 8 teams, so every school is a rival, and I know that, and I could motivate my kids to know that, and my athletes to know that, and to push them to that further, and let them know that every game is, you should play, every play you should play as it's your last play and stuff. So next question is, why strength and conditioning coach? My first bullet is one of the most important one, is providing the athlete a better opportunity to move on to the next level. Growing up, we going through high school, we didn't really have a lot of recognition, a lot of training. We were just kind of like out there banging heads, just brute strength kind of thing. But nowadays it's totally different. The game has evolved humongously, and so I wanna train my athletes here there in American Samoa to be faster, to be stronger, to keep up with the competition. Not even keep up with them, to exceed the competition, and kind of like put them out there. Just like the bullet said, providing the athlete a better opportunity, and I believe I could provide them with the best skills, the speed, and everything. And the next is promote physical wellness. I think that's basically every kind of strength and conditioning coach is try to promote physical wellness. And I want to get my kids to that level where they're going on a set training, and when they miss a day, they feel horrible about it, they feel crappy about it, and that's where I want to push my kids, where they love just being physically fit, and living that healthy lifestyle. And the next is strengthen them physically and mentally. Um, I want to kind of get them to the point where when life kind of pushes them around, they can really like tune in, or kind of like tune out the world and just focus on what's important to them, and just strengthen them physically, to never back down, or and to have it in their head that you can always do it, you can always do it, you can always do it. Don't give up. Keep going. Just stuff like that. The next one is good feeling. Why I say that is, I believe a lot of strength and conditioning coach always has that good feeling when they see a athlete that they trained, um, being like the superstar in the next level, being like the big man on campus on the next level, and I think that's a good feeling, and that's one of the reasons why I want to be a strength and conditioning coach, because I want to train my athletes as the best as they can be, and when they go to and they make it to the NFL, let's say that they made it to the NFL, and I want to see, I want to like look back and like, man, I trained that dude. So that's a good feeling for me, and that kind of leads on to my next bullet, which is passion. I have a passion for this, and I love training uh, people, and pretty much just giving back to the community and to the islands and stuff. Um, so for experience, I kind of talked, kind of went brief over this on the beginning. Um, Another, I guess, the last experience I haven't mentioned was, I've been playing sports since middle school and mostly football. So, like I said, I've been in the athlete's shoes. I've been in there when tour days, camp, and all that. So I know what it's like to be an athlete, and now me kind of looking in, I know what the athlete needs and what they need to do to better themselves and to get there and move on to the next level and stuff. And then lastly is goals. Um, I don't have many goals. I don't have all these crazy goals that a lot of people go through or a lot of people tell. But for a strength and conditioning coach, every strength and conditioning coach, we have two primary goals. One, to improve athletic performance, which usually means improving athlete speed, strength, and power. And it kind of varies with different sports and different positions, because you don't want your offensive lineman doing training like a DB, because that's just totally different positions. One's like 300 pound and one's like 125 stuff. So you don't want them kind of like doing what the other does, because it just doesn't mix. And second primary goal is to reduce athletic injuries. So that's pretty much it. I have a passion for this. I want to train my athletes to be strong, fast, powerful, and I want to reduce the injuries, because there's no point of trying to be strong, fast, and all of that, and going on the field and just getting injured. So that just defeats the purpose of all this training. And so I believe that's it. So thank you.